and they had a dog and pony show. I didn't have very much of that. My partner, my assistant Kathy, I would send her sometimes to go to these meetings where we would all these people would come, and all the social workers and probation and mental health people would go around, and all these people would talk about their program, how wonderful it was, and they'd have these slideshows, and they had, nice brochures, but underneath it was garbage.
Why was it garbage?
It was poor programming.
What
They
made
would
yours?
say one thing and they'd do another. So the quality was never.
What made yours better?
I think it was just because the intensity, the fact that I had a really wonderful staff, loyal staff. I had staff that were there for 6, 7, 8, 10, 15, 20 years. And I had some staff that were working for like minimum wage or almost nothing because they believed in what we were doing.
What was the, so besides the inlet, what was the outlet? Did they graduate, or how did they just turn 18 and they were gone, or like
Some
how
people-
did they come out of the houses?
Some kids ran away.
What was the percentage of
I
runaways?
don't know. We didn't have
25%?
Maybe, I don't know. It was low.
Okay.
I mean, we went, one year we went, I had one house. We had 6 kids. And we had out of ground school. Halfway through I said we're going to put them in public school, all 6 of them. At the end of the semester, 6 months later, we still had the same 6.
0%.
And then we graduated all of them.
Oh, okay.
So one day we were really positive. The next day they said, don't ever do that to us again, Wally, the staff. Because all of a sudden all the kids were gone. And then we had all new 6 kids. And then we didn't have a culture where the kids would help,
What do you mean? So when they graduated, they left?
They would leave, yeah. Some
Oh,
went
okay.
home and some went to foster home.
Oh, okay.
But the
But-
staff wanted to stagger.
Yeah, they wanted to rotate in and rotate out because it made it easier to integrate them and to help them
Sure.
fit in. And
Yeah.
it wasn't so much,
Yeah.
and it helped them to the kids would then help us. I mean, the kids were part of our system.
Sure. Yeah. You sub the whole team. Then
Yeah.
what happens, right?
Yeah. And the kids were very supportive of us. So then we had 6 kids that never succeeded in public school. And at the end of the year, we had 6 kids that were, out of 6, 3 were on the honor roll.
Mhm. Cool.
And they were all there. And they all went home, and then we started all over again.
So they graduated high school, or they ran away?
Or they didn't graduate from high school.
Oh.
They finished their year. But every day we had group. Every day we had homework
Uh-huh.
for an hour. And we had no music, and we had our chores, and we had outings, and we had nothing. Chores came first. We had a program. And every day I was there for an hour of group. And that was before I had 4 houses. When I had 4 houses, then I would have group often, and all the kids from every house would come. And we started every group with meditation.
Okay.
And every group with some sort of structure.
Mm-hmm.
And that helped us. And when the kids went to public school, if they weren't making it and they weren't behaving, then one of the staff would go and have lunch with them. And sometimes they would go to have lunch, and if all the kids were free at that time, they'd have lunch as a group. So we had work the kids helping the other kids at school and being responsible for each other.
Yeah, that's cool.
And some of the kids went home. I had an Indian girl that came from a psychiatric hospital, Napa State Hospital, mental hospital for kids. They sent her to me. I had her, she was an Indian girl from Susanville.
Indian by Native American or Indian Middle Eastern?
No, American Indian.
Okay.
Her father was a Native American Indian. He ran a sawmill with a big belt buckle, drove a 4x4.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
recovered alcoholic, tough, right? And his wife came. But, it's the program, can see their daughter. When she came, she was on antipsychotic medicine, antidepressant medicine, and epileptic.
Mm-hmm.
And when she was in my program, she never had a seizure, and she never took her medicine.
You guys could take them off medicines?
Yeah.
So, do you need an MD for that?
No.
If you go against the medical doctor?
No, we didn't. Well, we had doctors.
Oh, okay.
We had a psychiatrist. I fired him
Nice.
because he told me, Wally, why do you spend your money on education for these kids? You know don't want to learn, and you know they're going to stay stupid.
Hmm.
And he was a child psychiatrist.
Right, it's pretty defeatist.
Yeah, I said, okay, we don't need you because you don't believe like I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I just never had him come back. We had another psychiatrist who saw kids we'd send him to once in a while. And he would say, oh, this person's perfectly normal, they don't need any, So the same girl, when they were out of state, I mean, they were just really, crazy. I took them to the office. And she came out of the interview, the staff told me the psychiatrist had his tie off and his shirt was open, and he said, she doesn't need to come back.
Pretty intense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was amazing. I mean, it was off of the charts. We had a complaint once about us because I did unconventional, non-traditional things that I thought really worked. One day I was thinking about my group home kids, and I happened to be at a little market. And I remember when I visited a program in Toronto as a graduate student, how the guy talked about giving people baby bottles. And so I went there. I mean, I thought about that because I saw some pacifiers at the counter. And so I said, I want 3 pacifiers. And so I bought 3 pacifiers. And we're talking 16, 17-year-old kids. And we're talking 10 and 12-year-old kids.
Right.
And so I had these pacifiers, and I went to the group home, and they're all in the family room, and they're on the bean bags, and they're watching, I don't know, one of those really nice family programs, right, in the evening. And I took my 3 pacifiers, and I threw them on the bean bag. And they, we're not babies! I said, I know you're not babies. But maybe you didn't have a childhood. And pretty soon one kid picked up the pacifier and starting to suck on it. And pretty soon somebody took the second one, somebody took the third one. Then the other ones wanted them, and then some of them started to cry. And then they were fighting over the pacifiers. That's non-traditional.
I'd
Most
say.
social workers would look at it, oh, fuck, well, you're crazy, Wally.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't do that, And then we had a girl. Her father was an engineer. They were a very middle-class family. And he died. I don't know what he died of, but he died. The mother had 2 little girls, 5 and 6 or 7. And she was probably depressed and very lonely and very sad. And she found a boyfriend. And he was not a nice guy. And he was probably a Hell's Angel and into drugs or whatever he was doing. But he ended up killing his wife, their mother, downstairs when the girls were upstairs and they heard the screams and the...
Needless to say, they had some issues.
They had some issues.
Right.
And then the state came and took the kids to the county, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the mother's dead. And the only relative they had was a sister who was an aunt in Nevada.
Mm-hmm.
And she was a nurse and she was so she couldn't take him and she said, I will. In the meantime, but before I got him, they put him in foster home.
Mm-hmm.
Then they tried to adopt him. So then they found a family that would adopt him. And the family took him in. They were going to adopt him. And and her younger sister said, yeah. And then the parents said, well, we want you to change your name. The young one said, okay, I'll change my name from what it was before, Smith, to Kelly. The one that I got, I don't want to change my name.
I don't.
Huh?
She said I don't.
I don't want to
Oh.
change my name. The family said, well, we don't want you if you want to change your name. So she said, I'm not changing my name. So so the family said, we don't want you. So they kept one and said, you have to take the other one away. And then she went to another foster home. And then by that time, she was pretty angry. And she was not fitting in. And they tried another one. And I don't know how many they tried.
Mm.
Finally, they said, oh, we got to put her in a group home. And she was from Merced or Modesto, somewhere down there. And so they said, let's give her to Wally. So she came to my program. And she said, told me the story. We talked a lot about this stuff in groups with all the kids. I had no secrets. And then she said, I wouldn't change my name. And I said, that's smart. One of the best things you could do for yourself is be who you are.
Mhm.
And I became like her father.
Right. Probably for a lot of the kids. Huh?
Yeah. I often said the kids didn't need therapy, they just needed a good, healthy daddy. And unfortunately, Derek and Cindy probably suffered because of that. I had another boy that came, and that's a very similar kind of story. He came because, well, he was conceived in a mental hospital, in a psychiatric hospital in Sonoma County, where his mother was there for